Hello, hello, hello everyone. Stampin' Sue Creates here. Just checking in. It is Thursday, 7 o'clock. We are here for a live video. And I just got notification that I'm live. Well, yoo-hoo! I hope you got it too. Let me just check and see which way I'm facing today, because it's been an extra week that I have not been here with Thanksgiving. So I hope you're all recovered from your Thanksgiving holiday. I just finished up pretty much the last of the turkey that I think I'm going to be eating for a while. I do love turkey, but yeah, that was a lot of leftovers we had. We had a wonderful time. Everything was great. Ooh, a little sneak peek there. So I hope you could come and join me. As you're coming in, be sure to say something. Say hello. Let me know that you are here, so that we can say hello. So, what's happening with everyone? What's everyone doing? Everyone getting things ready for the upcoming Christmas season. It's a busy, busy time. So, if you're not able to join us live, I truly understand that. If you're watching me on the replay, or if you're over on YouTube, be sure to leave a comment down below so I know that you were here. I wanted to first go over, there's a lot of exciting things happening with Stampin' Up! They just released this week the information as to retiring products from, this is the current holiday catalog, which is available from now through January 3rd. Then we are full-fledged into Celebration and the new mini catalog. And yes, I laminated my entire catalog. How fabulous is that? And I ran it through my little machine that does a little perforation to put a little coiling on the side of it. So I'll be getting ready for that soon. But first, we can't forget about Christmas. We almost forgot about Thanksgiving, right? So we don't want to forget about Christmas. So what Stampin' Up! Is doing this year with the holiday catalog, some of the items are going to be available after the catalog is done. Some of the items are going to be retired. And some of the items are going to be coming back in next year's holiday catalog. And I see my one thing up here and it's about ready to fall. Okay, I think it'll be okay. So isn't that an exciting thing? It's something new that they're trying. I guess they like to try different things and see what all's going on. So I thought first what I would do is go quickly through the catalog. I have some samples to share with you, and we'll go through so you can go ahead and mark your catalog as well. Let me just move this over. Okay, I think that's good. Let me get this out of the way. I try to be so organized. You know how things are. Doesn't always happen that way, but I try. Okay, so first off, we're just going to skip through these. Now, all of these bundles that are in the beginning of this catalog, they are all going to be retired. Reason being, the 10% off is going to be retired. Some of the items may not be retired, but the bundle price. So if there's any of these bundles that are going to be retired and you have not gotten them yet and you just figured, well, you'll get them later because they're coming back, you won't get the 10% off. Okay, so all the bundles will be retired. So before that makes any kind of confusion there. Okay, so I have my catalog I have my catalog marked here. The ones with the asterisk are going to be ones that are going to be still available, so you'll still be able to get them whether they come, you know, in the new next year's holiday catalog. So they won't be in the annual catalog, but you'll have to wait a whole year. So I mean, some of the things are already sold out, so you'll just have to wait for a whole year, but some of the things you won't. So the 12 Christmas stamp set along with the dies, they're coming back. Now the Tidings all around stamp sets and the wreath dies, they are being retired. So here's a sample of that. So if you kind of missed out on this, this is that real pretty wreath. This was done with a technique which is called the baby wipe technique. And real pretty card. So definitely something you might want to consider getting before they're gone. Now, once the things are gone, they're gone. So Stampin' Up! Isn't going to be making any more of them. So if you're thinking, well, I'll just wait till, whenever the end of the month, it might be gone. You may miss out. The Tall Tidings Designer Series paper is going to be coming back. The gift wrap is going to be retired, 20% off on that. The ribbons will be retired, and the glitter enamel dots will be retired. So here's that toile paper, and we'll go back to this set later on as we get to that page. So the toile paper is going to be coming back, but there's the Tidings All Around, which is going to be retired. We'll put this aside. Okay, so on this page, the Christmas Crowd is going to be retired. And on this page, the stamp set, So Many Stars, is going to be retired. Here's another card. This is using the dies, which the dies are coming back. So you're going to be able to get the dies. They're going to be available. These are the dies, the Stitch Star dies, but not the stamp set. So, and this designer series paper that's used on here, which is coming up later in the catalog, that's going to be coming back as well. So the real popular, it's sold out now, so you can't get it now. Okay, so the Wrapped in Plaid suite, the stamp set and the punch will be returning. The paper and the ribbons will be retired. However, the Jingle Bells and the mini pizza boxes will be coming back. So that's good to know, right? So here is a fun card with this. And I have a fun something that's going to be coming up. Something other than a tree to make out of this. Because you may only see a tree, but there's other things you can do with it. And here's another fun card. The Ho Ho Ho. Using the stamp set and the punch. So we love our punches, don't we? Okay. So next page. The Peaceful Boughs, that is going to be retired. Okay. Here, of course, the Delicata inks, they're gone. They're sold out. Gonzo beans. So you missed out on those. But I believe you can get them in big box stores. Now, the Christmas layer dies, they're going to be coming back, along with the Itty Bitty Christmas. That's going to be coming back, too. Retired on this page, bells are ringing, and the dies. So those will be retired. So when I mean retired, that means you won't be able to get them anymore. Okay, so we're at the Let It Snow suite. And the stamp set and the punch will be returning. The tiny mini curvy keepsake box is going to be returning. However, the tiny keepsake stamp set will not. That's being retired. The winter knit embossing folder is being retired, and that's on sale, 10% off. The Let It Snow paper, the red glimmer paper, the curly ribbon, the snowfall accents, the embellishment kit, all those items will be retired. So here's a few samples with that. Here's a cute little bookmark using this. So they're still available. The stamp set is still available and the punch. The paper, I believe, is gone, sold out. But it was fun paper. This was using the fun paper. Oh, hi, Robin. Thanks for joining. So this is a card. This is a swap I got from Cara Pageri. I'm sorry about your name if you're watching and I say it wrong. But here's another fun card. Here's that beautiful little curly ribbon. I love that. I have a project I'm going to show you using that. And here's another cute set, a little folding technique, which is really cute. So yeah, that's what's going to be going and staying on those pages. Here we have the hashtag Elfie is being retired, along with the Yummy Christmas and the Playful Penguins. And here's a fun card with those penguins. Penguins are very, very popular these days. I don't think this opens. Does it open? No, it doesn't. This was from Linda Ruiz. And these are swaps that I got when I attended on stage. Okay, so here we are at Night Before Christmas, the Memories and More card pack. All of the Memories and More products, the envelopes, the stamp set, Holly Jolly Christmas, the dies, the ribbon. Everything's being retired on this page. And these are real cute. If you haven't tried any of these Memories of More cards and envelopes, I mean, they're really quick to get some cards done. So here on this page, Mary Moose and the Punch will be coming back. The Punch is, well, the stamp set's still available. Punch is sold out. But it's coming back. No worries. So here's a cute card done with that moose, and I unfortunately did not get the moose punch. I was waiting, and you know, even being a demonstrator, we miss out too. And then this was Laurie, one of the girls that's in my team. She made this swap card, and I thought she did a great job on this. So love that moose, and I'm so excited that it'll be coming back. Okay, on this page, Shine Bright and God's Peace all retiring, along with Light and Peace over here retiring, and the Stitch Brightly Dies retiring, but they're at 30% off. So we all love a bargain, don't we? All right, the Brightly Gleaming Sweet. The stamp set and the ornament punch pack, they'll be coming back along with the Hammered Metal embossing folder and the Brightly Gleaming Specialty Designer Series paper that I showed you earlier, the one that had all the stars on it. That's all coming back. And the Star Design Elements are coming back. The Classic Weave Ribbon, which I have a whole roll of that, I haven't used it yet. And the Foil Elements, they'll be retiring. Now again, the bundle's retiring, but, oh, and the elements are on 10% off. Bundles, all the bundles are retiring, but, I mean, like I said, you'll still be able to get them. You just won't get the 10% price. Okay, on this page, the Mercury Glass Acetate retiring, Memories of Home retiring. The Cup of Christmas, that stamp set is retiring, and the dies. And Everything Festive is retiring. The Basic Pattern Decorative Masks, they're going to be returning, so that's fun. And I'm assuming the paste and the knives are still available because I believe they're in the annual catalog. Okay, the Joy of Giving Tag Kit, that's being retired. The Christmas Countdown Project Kit. Now, the stamp set, Christmas Countdown, is being retired. But the Project Kit is coming back. That's very, very popular. This is what I'm going to be focusing on later tonight, the Most Wonderful Time Product Medley. That will be coming back. So if you're a demonstrator and you have that, don't get rid of it. And here is a swap card that I got from Rose. And this is a real pretty card. It opens like this, and it's kind of like a 3D card. And I love this card. I love the inside. Okay, let me see those. Yeah, it's hard to see. Let me pull that open a little bit if you could see. There's glittery stars on those trees and everything. Real pretty. So, yeah, I'm going to show you some fun things with that. We're going to do something with a piece of 6x6 Designer Series paper. I'm going to show you how to cut it and to use the entire sheet to make some fun cards. Okay, everything on this page is retiring except the Feels Like Frost, the Seaside Spray Metallic Ribbon, and the Shimmer Crystal Effects. Those were all coming back. The rest of it is all retiring. Those frames are, the frame dies are real pretty. And I'm so glad this Feels Like Frost is coming back. Although I wish the Ice Stamping Glitter would be coming back. I didn't get that because it was sold out and then I couldn't get it. And, well, then I never went back in to order it. Okay, on this page, funny enough, the Snow Globe Scene dies, the Still Scene stamp set, Snowflake Sequins, and the Shaker Domes, they're all coming back. However, the bundle price for the two of them will be retiring. So this was one that was kind of on my list. I'm still thinking about that. Okay, so Free Skate, that whole bundle is going to be retired, and I really wanted to get that, and I never did. I'm excited that Snowfront is staying. And here's a fun swap card that I got, and I don't know if you could tell, but this background here is embossed with that subtle embossing folder, and I never got that, but you know what, I really like it. It's hard to show on camera that it's here, but oh, hi Lori, hello. But I'm excited that this is coming back, and then this is that Designer Series paper is going to be coming back too. Love that. Okay, here we are. We are on the Gathered Together stamp set, and the dies will be coming back. Retiring are the papers, the ribbon combo, tags and feathers at 10% off retiring. And here's a real pretty card made with those leaves. I just love those leaves. So pretty. Okay, sadly, my Day of Thanks is going to be retiring, but happy that the Harvest Hellos and the Punch will be coming back. So I did an online workshop with that, which was fun. Now this one, Birds of a Feather, that's going to be retiring, and I just love, love, love this card. I love this frame. Again, I couldn't get it because it was on back order, but I'm not sure if it's back in or not. And oh my gosh, this paper is going to be retired. I think it's still available, but this was made by Cindy Lou, and look at her inside, how she even did that. But I chased her down to get this card because I just think that folder is stunning. Anyhow, this page here, Beauty and Joy and To Every Season, that is going to be retired. Now here's where some specials are. If you're a Halloween person, we have the frames on this page are the only things that are going to be coming back. The rest of it, gonzo. But look at 30% off here on the stamp set, 20% off the DSP, 20% off basic black scallop edge ribbon. Like, who can't use that all year round, right? Monster Bash enamel shapes, 20%. 30% off those coffin treat boxes. So don't forget this fun little wreath. I believe you need three of the sets of boxes to make a fun wreath at 30% off. Like, hello. And the stylish scroll embossing folder. That is retiring. So I'm excited to see what's going to come for next Halloween, right? Okay, this Spooktacular Bash, like I said, retiring. Oh, I love this, and I have this one, Wonderfully Wicked. I love it because the cat, the bat, the spider, I mean, they're all set. But 30% off now, retiring, and the Raven is also retiring. The Wicked Dies are retiring, but happily, the black Stampin' Dimensionals, they are coming back. Tags, 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 that's coming back. And the Trio of Tags dies are coming back. Now on this page, the Boo to You and From Our House to Yours, and I actually was going to do that tonight. I still may do that, maybe next week. But 20% off? Like, really? $16.80 only? Oh, I mean, this is so good for all year round. Now, the Googly Eyes are being retired. They are 40% off. My goodness, Stampin' Up. Okay, Sip Sip Hooray retiring, Cheers to That retiring, Cheers Dies retiring. However, the Holiday Rhinestone Basic Jewels are coming back, so I'm excited for that. And the dies that go with the Sip Sip and the Seasonal Wreaths all being retired. And this was a cute card that I got at On Stage. And look at how they added the shimmer crystal effects. I'm not sure if it shows up on there, but it's shimmery and real cute card. This was done by Tracy Myers. I think she did a great job on that card. I thought it was super cute. Okay, so here we are at the end. Now, of course, the host items always retiring, but I have this one too, and I think this one, and you could still get it, that one along with those little houses, From Our House to Yours, I mean, I think they really go well together. I'm going to play with those. And, of course, we're back here at Nature's Beauty is going to be coming back. That's the one where $3 goes toward organizations for mental illness. So here was that card I showed before with that DSP that's coming back. There's that little fox on there. And then look at this card. I think this is beautiful with the deer. But get it now. Don't wait. Get it now. So there we go. I hope that helped clear up some of the issues. I know it was kind of confusing because there was just, you know, a lot of information, even for us demos. Something new with things coming back and things retiring and things on sale and woo, you know how that goes. How about a sneak peek? I was playing around. How about a sneak peek? Anybody want to see a sneak peek? Look at this. Do you love ladybugs? Oh my goodness. And do you see the, I actually used on here, I didn't use the shimmer crystal effects. I went back to the old fine tip glue pen. Now when that dries, it stays dimensional. Oh, I don't want that to fall. And stays shiny. Can you see I put it on the flowers? I put it on the little ladybugs on their little inside wings. How cute is that? And this is a new designer series paper coming. So just a little bit of play there. So, yeah. Okay, so tonight we are working, let me get my catalog without all the cards in it. You're going to miss so many things in here. Oh, look at my penguin. He doesn't want to leave me. And you know, if you've been following me here on my Stampin' Sue Creates, you have been seeing my Jingle Bell doing funny things. And I wished I ordered this hashtag Elfie. Do you know I ordered it this week, and I hope it comes soon, because I'm going to do a scrapbook of all of Jingle Bell's fun things she's been doing every day. So watch for that. I'm excited about that. And I mean, it's going to get better. Just wait. I'm sure she's going to be doing the darndest things. But she stays here sometimes. I made her a little sleeping bag. Where am I going with this? I made her a little sleeping bag and a pillow. Because sometimes she can't get home to Santa at night and report as to how wonderful I've been. So, in case she can't get home, I made her a little sleeping bag. And I made her a little hat and a matching skirt, too. So, I'm sure she'll be showing that off pretty soon. Okay, the Most Wonderful Time Product Medley. You may look at that and you may say, ooh, $70. But you know, if you need to make Christmas cards, or you want to do scrapbooking, or whatever you want to do, I'm going to show you a fun bag you can do with this. This is the way to go, because everything is included. All you have to do is add Whisper White, Real Red, and Old Olive cardstock, and you're good to go. I make a lot of cards, and I take them to work, especially now. So if you are a card maker, use the little angel stamp set on there. I take them to work and I sell them. I can't tell you, these were the first cards using this kit to sell out, because the cards are so beautiful and they're so simple to make. So even though you see $70, look at all the fun things you get. Now, of course, I've been playing with mine, so a lot of my stuff is already used. But you get this beautiful stamp set. But if you can't afford it right now, no worries, because it'll be coming back. But don't wait. Get it now. You can get a head start on next year's Christmas cards. It also comes with these dies. And these little presents, you stamp them with 2 different stamps, so it's like 2 times stamping. And then all the presents are together. So you just line them up, and it cuts them all out at one time. There's a little star for the top of the tree, the 2 trees. And there's even a little angel in here too. And this really beautiful label. So you get the stamp set, you get the dies, you get designer series paper, you get foil paper, you get what do I want to call it? A ribbon, that's metallic ribbon. You get little stars. You get all these sheets that have self-adhesive on it. I mean, really. And look at the beautiful cards that they show here. I mean, I absolutely love it. I don't have enough. I would go order another one. That's how much I love it. So what I thought I would do is taking a piece of the designer series paper in the kit. So people say 6 by 6. Oh, it's such a waste. No, it's not. I'm going to show you 4 cards that you can do along with a tag out of one piece of the 6 by 6 paper. So here's how you do it. Now this is not my design. I saw this online and I thought I'm going to copy this and I'm going to use this medley of products to do it. So here's your 6 by 6 piece. I just did this on our extra thick cardstock, the Whisper White. So here's how you cut it. So let's turn it this way. So of course it's 6 by 6, right? So 2 inches you're going to cut there. And then when that's cut off, you're going to cut 2 inches here. Then you're going to have a square left. You're going to cut it at a diagonal. And then you'll have this little piece left, which maybe some people would throw that away, but I did not. So let me show you. Here's what I did with mine. I got these plastic bins. I ordered them through Amazon. I stuck the little label on here so I know what's in here. It fits perfectly, the 6 by 6 paper. So all my little doodads, all my little pieces I cut out all those kinds of things. Here's that metallic ribbon. I mean, this is beautiful, and it really does shine and shimmer. I added in here some dimensionals. Here's those stars. I mean, there's a ton of them. I forget. There are 50 stars. I can't recall. I added in some little red rhinestone basic jewels. You might want to add those. Or if you have the rhinestones, use your Stampin' Blends. Color them in. Here's all your sheets, the self-adhesive dies. So I used a lot of these. Now, these too, once you're done with these, I mean, you can use this as a stencil. So, you know us, we don't like to throw anything away, right? So we have candy canes, we have deer and stars, we have more of those little hollies. And this sheet, I wish I had 2 of them. I guess I only got 1 of the Christmas trees, but you have the stamp set. So there's a stamp set that you can stamp and cut out. And another one of the deers. One of the cards I did, I had colored it in, the deer with the Stampin' Blends. Like I said, all those cards sold out at work. So people were like, ugh. I have to say, this is probably the first year that I took cards in that I was like amazed. They were like so thrilled and thanking me for bringing the cards in. And I mean, you know, so here's the little tree stamped on old olive with I use, let me turn my thing here. I used the Mossy Meadow ink because I wanted it to be a little bit darker. And I'm going to show you a card that I have that on. But look at how pretty that is. You can, it's really nice if you go and you use your Wink of Stella on there. So definitely you might want to pick up a Wink of Stella. So I know I did a presentation on this, one of my other Facebook things, I believe. And it's double-sided paper. One side of the paper has the gold accents, and the other side is just plain. So if you like to glitz it up, then you're good for that. You can see which were my favorites that I used a lot. Look at those deer with the gold on there. Pretty, right? And there's even more in here. And all my little scraps, I don't throw them away. Some of them I cut into little strips, and I'll show you what I did with those. So let's just get a sheet out. And let's go. Whoop, all the rest of my stuff is here. So let me get my paper trimmer. Which, oh, did I happen to mention that if you like to join the Stampin' Up! Family, number one, I'd love to have you on my team of Sweet Bee Stampers. And during celebration, the kit is $99 and you get $125 worth of product. I know in the catalog when you get it, you're going to see $129. That was a typo error. $125. Plus, you are going to get a stamp set of your choice. Any stamp set. So, I mean, go big or go home, right? And you're going to get a small personalized cutter along with a pack of the assorted designer series papers from the new mini catalog coming out. So how fun is that? So I'd love to have you on my team if you're interested in joining, or if you don't want to wait and you want to join now, you can get in on purchasing not only, let me reach again here, not only from this catalog, which I'm not allowed to show you until Stampin' Up! Says, because customers can't order from this until early part of January. Was it January 3rd? I get all these dates confused because one ends and one starts. January 3rd. Yep. So customers can't order from this till January 3rd. But if you sign on to be a member of my team right now, you can actually order from here. And when you order from here, you can also get free celebration, which I can't open that either. And yes, I laminated my entire catalog. I'm trying still to get used to this wide book instead of being, you know, our standard book. I put a little binding on here because I know this catalog is going to be getting so much use. Because there's so many wonderful things in there. And that ladybug was one that I showed you. And I'm working on something really fun starting for the year. Oh, sorry, you get a little glare there. Starting for the year 2020, when you place an order through my online store and you use a host code. Something new. I'm working with a bunch of other demos, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so here we go. So this is the new paper trimmer, and if you're in the ballpark to get a new paper trimmer, I mean, this one's the bomb. Love it. Love, love, love. The light colored one is a scoring blade, dark colored one is the cutting blade. So keep the scoring blade up out of the way, and we're going to do cutting. Okay, so according to my diagram, 2 inches. Now this has a direction to it, so I'm kind of going with the direction. You know, it doesn't matter, it could go any which way, because some of the presents kind of go the other way too, but I'm just going this way. So I'm going to cut 2 inches. Okay, so that's that. Then we're going to turn it this way. We're going to do 2 inches. Okay, so we have that. Then we have a square left. We're going to lift this up, and you're going to put corner and corner right in this little groove here, and you're going to cut it at the diagonal. And if you used to have issues with cutting and you have a diagonal like this and it zhushed up all your paper, this does not do that, this paper cutter. This will cut the finest piece of paper and not get that wrinkle thing on the end. I mean, I don't know how it does it. It's the way the blade is made. I don't know. Okay, so this one piece that's 2 by 6, we're going to put this in the trimmer, and we're going to cut this at 5 1/4. Okay, so there we go. So there is your paper all cut up. Let me move this out of the way. So let's bring in our template again. So here it is, right? So we have this piece here. This is 2 by 4. We started off cutting this at 2 inches, and then this piece got cut at 5 1/4 by 2, and then we had this square here that was 4 inches. That, I'm trying to see how it goes back together again. That was cut at a diagonal. So there is your entire piece of DSP. Not one piece is going to be wasted. So here's a card, here's a card, here's a card, here's a card, and here's a tag. So do you want to see what I did? I'm going to show you. So I'm not going to demonstrate all these, but I do have a fun box idea using 2 of the sheets. Okay, so we ready? Okay, hold on to your seats because you're going to be amazed. And I used all the items in the kit. Like I explained before, I did add some of the red rhinestones. And, of course, dimensionals, which are a staple. So here is my first card. And we'll bring in the paper so we can see where that all came from. So this is, let me bring my pieces. This is one of the diagonals, okay, down here. So that would be that one or the other one. Okay, so let's take a look. I took one of the other sheets of Designer Series paper and I cut it in strips. I have some scraps of real red that I did a little layer there. I took that gold ribbon and just used a little bit of glue, attached that under there. The 2 little candy canes, I put them on dimensionals, and then these little holly I put on there. This little tag here, this is also a part of the self-adhesive dies, and I stamped Deck the Halls, which is part of the Most Wonderful Time stamp set. Look how pretty that is. Nothing inside, but you see how simple and easy that is to create? So there's one card. There's one with that piece. Okay, let's go for number 2. Let's do the other triangle. So we have the other triangle. So where is that other one? Triangle. Okay, so I just can't grip and pinch anything anymore. So here's our second triangle. So here was the first one, and here's the second one. I put it up in the corner. Basically the same thing. There's the piece of Designer Series paper. Again, here's that piece that I cut into strips, another piece of red. This one I just kind of glued it behind it. Now the tree was stamped with the stamp set. I stamped it on Whisper White, and I used Old Olive ink. And after I stamped it with Old Olive ink, I went in with one of my aqua painters, okay, and I just picked up the ink that was from the stamped image and just colored it in with that. So you don't even have to use a marker or anything. Once you stamp it, it's water-based, so it'll still run. Now these little presents, I cut them out, and yep, I love to fussy cut. But you can stamp them and cut them out with the dies if you wanted to do that. But I cut them out from the Designer Series paper. And what I did is I just put them up on dimensionals. But look at how pretty that card is. I'll tell you, if I take this into work tomorrow, these will sell. These will be like, people love them. They just love them. Okay, so that's 2 cards, right? So let's go now with the little strip that was underneath there. So this is a strip that's 2 by 4. And here's what we got with that. Look at that. I mean, same paper. I used some of the self-adhesive dies. Again, same thing. This I wrapped around. And this ribbon is real easy. Where's the ribbon? Real easy to tie. You wouldn't think that it would be, right? But it is. I don't know where I stuck it. Now this happens to me all the time. I mean, really? There's like 2 desks here. Where would it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so here it is. Now, when you take it off the reel, it has a curl to it, which, wait till I show you how fun that is. You can see how fun that is, right? So here, to do a little bow. Now, it does like to fight with you because it wants to curl. You just tie your little bow. And I think I lost it there. Hold on. Okay. Tie your little bow, make 1 loop, wrap it around, tuck that piece in, and there's your bow. But look how easy that is, and you can pull your ends. And I mean, it doesn't even matter if your loops aren't the same, but look at how pretty that is. It's a bow, but it kind of doesn't look like a bow, right? But it's easy to tie. So that is that card. But look at how that just glistens. I mean, you wouldn't think something like a little bit of shiny ribbon would glisten like that. And hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Again, one of the dies from the kit. So that's 3. Now we have this little piece here. This is the 5 1/4 by 2. So let me show you what I did with that. So now this tree I stamped on the old olive. Again, that was the one I told you about earlier, with Mossy Meadow, because I wanted something to be a little bit darker with the Mossy Meadow. I can't wait to get my kit shipped. Oh, wonderful. Great, Robin. I think you could see the shimmer on the tree. I used Wink of Stella on the tree. And again, I added in, throw these in your order too, Red Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And again, there's those fussy cut presents and stamped oak Christmas tree. Add a little bit of those little rhinestones there. And on the back here, to kind of offset it, I used a scrap of real red, ran it through with one of my circle dies, and raised that up on dimensionals, and the tree is flat. And the presents are up on dimensionals. So look how cute. I mean, look at the variety. Like, really. They're all from the same kit, but they all, whoop, where are you? They all look so different, right? 4 cards, 1 sheet. All you need is your basic Real Red, Old Olive, Whisper White. Now, we have 1 piece left. Most people would say, toss it. No. We created a fun Christmas tag. You can stamp a little to and from. So this is a piece of 2 by, well, whatever length you want your tag to be. And this little tiny piece, look, right here on the bottom. I'll put it right there. Again, the scraps. That piece that I cut up before, there's that same tree, and I wrapped this little, what do you want to call it? Whatever. I wrapped that stuff, this stuff, ribbon, around, and put some of those rhinestones, and then look at, here's that all curly kind of fun thing. So out of 1 little sheet, we got 4 cards and a tag. Now, I mean, life doesn't get any better than that, right? So let me show you one more idea. What time is it? How much time? Okay. I want to show you another fun idea. This is totally not cards, but I'm telling you, if you don't have this, you need to go right over to stampandsuecreates.stampinup.net, place your order for the product medley. You'll be all set to go with lots and lots of fun things. And don't forget, if you cut out little pieces, put them like I did in a little envelope like this. Get yourself a little box. Keep it all in the box. Now, the stamp set and the dies won't fit, you know, in the 6x6 box I have, but get yourself a little bit bigger, a little shoe box, anything. Keep it all together. You want to put together also, when you're getting ready to prepare, your real red and old olive ink pads, because you're going to need those. So let me show you, and ooh, I got lots of ink. Let me take a sip. Oh, my throat gets thirsty and dry. So, okay, are you ready? Here, this little bag was made out of 2 sheets of the Designer Series paper, and we made a little gift tag. Now, I didn't have any tissue paper nearby. I wasn't going to go digging for any, but look at this cute little box, bag, whatever you want to call it. And I used the scraps from this to make a little coordinating gift card. Like, how stinking cute is that? I want to show you how to do that. Okay, you ready? I have all the measurements written down. Tried to have things as orderly as possible. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So for this little card, this is actually one of our little note cards. But if you don't have them, like I don't have them, it is actually a piece of 3x6. Okay, 3x6 and scored at 3. You want to make sure your ink is dry before you go and put it down on your placemat. Okay, so you need a piece of 6x3 cardstock and scored at 3. Then you're going to need another piece, 2 1/4 by 3/4. And that is actually this little tag piece here. And then I use my paper snips to snip each end. Now these little squares, I'm going to show you where they come from. Well, I also have a little piece. This isn't it. That's not it. Oh, I think I glued it on already. I took the backing. Is this it? Yeah. So I took, you know this that comes with your paper when you get it? Don't throw this away. Number one, it works as a great placemat when you're working, if you're using your alcohol inks, anything like that. But I took a piece of this. I cut that at, well, 2 3/4 by 1 3/8. But you may have to trim that just a little tiny bit. That's going to give you some stabilization to your little bag. Okay, so that's the cardstock you need to cut. Now, for your DSP, you need 2 sheets of the DSP. Okay, so the DSP, you're going to score 3 sides at 1 1/2 and the 4th side at 3/4. And then you're just going to need some kind of ribbon. I chose to use this curly ribbon. I think this is really cute and it's going to be retired and I love it. So I chose to use that. Okay, so that is there. And if you need these little measurements, you didn't get them, you didn't jot them down, I'm going to be putting this back on Facebook after I'm done, and I'm also going to upload it to my YouTube channel, which is at Stampin' Sue Creates. So if you haven't been there, be sure to go there, subscribe. I'm no longer an affiliate with the AdSense. I removed all my ads and that, so it's just pleasurable stamping. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I've already done this ahead of time, but I'm going to show you. So I didn't want to take all of your time up. I know everybody is super busy. So we have our 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. Okay, so 2. Now, if you have a directional piece of paper, you may want to take note of that to make sure you do them both the same. So this piece here is the one that's going to be done at 3/4, and that's going to be the top of your bag. Okay, so I would recommend you score the top of your bag first. Take note of which way your paper's going, unless you want your stripes to go the other way. But I want them to go this way. Now, the stripes are going to be the outside of my bag. So this was scored at 3/4, and that's going to be this top piece of the bag. So that's why, I mean, it's a no-brainer because our double-sided paper is fabulous. Okay, so then on all the other sides, you're going to score at 1 1/2. So you'll just do your 3/4, which I like to use this side of my paper cutter. Do your 3/4. Use the light color blade to do your scoring, 3/4. Then take that out, and then the other 3 are just 1.5, and score, score, score. Okay, so you're going to do that to both of them. Okay, so then this will get folded down like that, and that'll be the top of your bag. Okay, so we can remove this. All right, now on your 2 pieces, your 1 piece you're going to cut up on each side here. Okay, so that's one of them. Now on the other one, you're going to cut out the 2 corners, which, are you following me? Are you seeing where these little pieces are going to get glued to the front of this little card? Like, can you stand it or what? I use the little candy canes. You can use whatever you want to kind of stamp the background of it, but nothing goes to waste. I mean, I'm all about saving money, saving whatever, you know, from your product, using up every little bit. So that's where your little cards are going to come in. Cool, right? Okay, so remember that little piece that we cut out of the backing paper that comes in your designer series paper? This is where that's going to go. This is the piece that you cut both ends. And it doesn't matter which side you put it on, it's going to be covered up. So you're going to want to glue that to the bottom, which is going to give you stability to the bottom of your little bag. I mean, this is not going anywhere. So use that up too. Okay, so now what we want to do, what I decided now, the original, who was that I saw this from? Oh my gosh, Henninger, was it? I meant to write her name down. I didn't write her name down. Henderson. Her last name is Henderson. That's where I saw this from. So I want to give her full credit. So she didn't do this unless I missed it. But first off, you want to score all this and then fold it. Just going to glue this down, because I found that was a lot more helpful. And I'm just using the liquid glue on here. I like it when it's in like a fine tip, because I get better control. When that Tombow comes out like a big blob, you know, that doesn't make me happy. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we have this piece, right, with that. This is going to get glued right to the top of there. And make sure you have your patterns aligned. So I'm putting glue onto this white piece here. Okay, and that's going to go right here. And I know kind of drives your eyes a little bonkers, but when you're using the Tombow glue, that comes in handy because you can move it around. If you were to go and use, you know, your snail or, you know, something more permanent, you wouldn't have that ability. Okay. I don't like how that went. Hold on a sec. Line it up. It's hard when I feel like I'm rushing. You know, try to do things just the right way. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now these ends are going to go up, and let me fold this again. And I glued that now. This is going to create your fun little bag. I mean, I just thought this was stinking cute, right? Okay. So these little flaps go in. And I'm all fumbles here. This is how your bag is going to go. So, alrighty. So what we want to do is we're going to fold these in, and we're going to put glue on these. Glue, 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 glue. And you're going to fold your flap in like that. So, I mean, why go and buy bags? I mean, you can do the same thing to the larger 12 by 12 designer series paper, and you can make your own. Why go and buy them when you have all the materials right there at your fingertips, right? Okay, so we have that. Now this piece is just going to get glued right there. So we're going to put glue on here, and that'll get folded there. And I love this gold. Oh, this paper is beautiful. Oh, I just love paper. Who all loves paper? If you're coming in, watching it on the replay or on YouTube, be sure to leave a comment down below. Okay, so there is our little box. Now you can go ahead, bone folder, where are you? You can go ahead and use your bone folder to go inside there. Make sure that, you know, that's all glued nicely to there. And there's our little box. Bag. I keep calling it box. It's a bag. Okay. So now what you want to do is just have a hole punch. Any hole punch. You're going to punch 2 holes on each side. And if I'm missing your comments, when I'm all done, I'll go back in and read them all. So we have that, and I have my ribbon here already cut. Now this ribbon is nice, but it does fray, so you may have to put a little of your spit on there. Okay, so you're going to take this and you're just going to tie. I tied like 3 knots. I mean, you don't want it. You could probably get away with 2, but you don't want it to come out of the holes. I mean, I've bought bags at the Dollar Tree before, and I put my gift in it, and I went to pick it up, and boom, the thing came right out of that little hole. Even though it's kind of like a shoelace on the end, but you're making this yourself, so you'll be good to go. But look how cute this is. I mean, cute little, just out of 2 little pieces, but I bet this would really be nice. Now, if you had a needle threader, which I'm a sewing person, where I sew, you would think that I would have that, but, or the thing that you use, that kids use for braces, that comes in handy too. My kids are way out of braces, but, okay, so there's our little handle, and you'll want to trim that. If I had my paper snips here, trim that little bit that's hanging, and you'll do the other side the same way. So who's going to try this? Love the idea for the cardboard in the bottom. Yeah! Do you use that cardboard, Robin, for anything? I mean, it really, I mean, most of us, you know, probably don't. I mean, we have recycling here, and a lot of times, I mean, I'm sure, Robin, you can relate when you have so many pieces of stuff. I mean, boxes, paper, pumpkin boxes. I mean, anything you can recycle rather than going in the landfill. Why not recycle it into your crafts? You know? And all that. When, heck, you can make your own bags, your own boxes. I mean, it's white. I mean, like this one, this is white. You can stamp on this. I mean, I know this side has this. But, I mean, really, it's a nice weight. Or if kids are doing their art projects or whatnot to protect your table, I mean, it has a little bit of a coating on too, so that's nice too. Okay, all right. Okay. My cat will be chasing all those later. So there we go. Now I didn't do the little card, but if you did your little card, look at how cute. And here's the one I did before. I love the stripe on there. Look how cute that is with your little gift card. Put your nice little, you know, speaking of gift cards, this would be perfect for a little gift card. A little bit of tissue or some shreddy in there. And here's your little card. Look, it actually even will go onto your bag if you choose to do that. I mean, you can make your handles, you know, go the other way. Put your handle here and here and have one ribbon going across with your little card, your coordinating card. And I mean, really, is that stinking cute or what? So anyhow, that is the end of what I have to share with you tonight. So I hope you give these a try. If you do, be sure to take pictures of them. I'd love to see them. Now, I know on this page you can't post pictures because of the type of group it is, but I do have my Stampin' Sue Creates page where you can share things, and I really think that would be a great way to share. I'd love to see what you do with it. I'd love it. Cut around. Have plenty, you don't use enough. Yeah, I hear you. Have plenty, you don't use enough. So let me show you one more thing. Now, you know that little snow globe stamp set that we have in the catalog? Now this is contraband, so I'm sorry about this, but I don't have the snow globe stamp set, but I had something else. But look at this great idea. What do you all see when you look at that? This is a snow globe, right? But what do you see? Anybody? Anybody? I saw this over on Maymay's channel, and this is actually a Maymay stamp set, so shh, don't tell Stampin' Up. But I'm going to get that snow globe set. This is for the hunter in your life. A little 'tis the season is what the woman that created the card had on here. So it looks like you're looking through the scope of a gun using this snow globe. And that would work perfectly with the one that we have. So I'm going to make this up and send it to my son, which I don't know if he's watching or if he watches on the YouTube. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I think that'd be really cute. And this little deer, this was actually from the paper pumpkin kit that I had my brother scan and cut. I'm going to move that out so you don't see the contraband. I used my brother scan and cut to actually scan the sheet that was left over from all the deer. And then it cut out the deer. So, I don't know if I have any left because I was making a bunch of them. I don't see them. But anyhow, that's where the deer came from. That I cut out my own deer with the scan and cut machine. So, cute for another use of the snow globe. So I can't wait to get my Stampin' Up! Snow globe so I can make that. I just think it's a lot of fun. I mean, think outside the box. I mean, you get the most out of what you have and find other uses for it. So anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Be sure to check out my events that I have posted. I have some fun things coming up, including a New Year's Eve stamp-a-thon kind of thing, a stamp class on New Year's Eve during the day where we're going to focus on some of the new products from Celebration and the mini catalog. And there may even be a few little free things in there too. So I'm going to be having that. I also am going to have a tailgate party on the Super of the Bowl of the game day. I don't know if you can say all that, but I'm going to have a little event there with some fun stamping projects and snacks. I'm also looking to get some people together to join a stamp club, whether you live in my area or outside the area. And then you will have an opportunity to be the host and get free product by being the host. So again, that's in person or outside the area. Well, I'll do both. And of course in March is going to be my big stamp and bingo, which is very popular. And I do have to limit that to 10 people. So that is going to be focused on, of course, Celebration and the mini catalog. And there goes my dog chewing on her chewy toy. So anyhow, and check out everything else I have going on. I have a group of swappers that we swap cards every month. You just have to make one, but if you want to send to everybody, that's perfectly fine. I have that going on. And again, some fun things coming up for the year 2020. But in the meantime, I will be back here, Facebook Live, next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will post before I come on as to what I'm going to be doing, because as of right now, I'm not quite sure, but it's going to be something really fun and something that you're definitely not going to want to miss. So, have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to spend a little bit with me. I hope you give some of these projects and some of these cards a shot to do. I mean, take that designer series paper and use every last little bit to create some fun cards, tags, boxes, you know, pretty much anything. So, thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a good night, great weekend. We'll see you here again real soon. Bye for now.